Hey everyone, welcome back to an episode of Seek on the Speed 252. I am glad to have you. If you have not pushed that subscribe button, please do. We would love to have you part of the community. If you are watching this right now and you have not subscribed to the community, please join us. I would love to take you on this journey with us. I would love to go across the United States to meet each and every one of you. That is my goal as long as the channel continues to grow like it is. And I appreciate you just joining us. There will be a car show going on November 11th, Extreme Car and Truck Showdown. Please come out and check me out. I will be there. You can enter your car and your truck as well. Just go to www.extreme car and truck showdown. If you don't enter your car, feel free to come out and be a spectator as well. Weather will not be a factor because this will be inside, so that's a great thing about it. It'll be inside this big arena. Please come out and join us. We would love to have you. Today, I'm going to take you on this journey with me to go run some errands. I need to go to the post office box. I have some packages that's been delivered from some followers, and I have to go pay some taxes on this bad boy. So let's hop into the C7 Corvette Grand Sport and go pay some taxes. We do have to do that once a year here. All right, I'll catch you in the car. This video, I want to kind of ask some questions. I want some feedback. I want this to be a very talkative video. Like, I want a lot of comments down below, whether it's good or whether it's bad comments. I'm used to getting a lot of good comments. I'm used to getting some bad ones here and there, depending on what your opinion is about this subject. You all know the C8 Mid Engine Corvette is around the corner. So I want to know some of you guys' reasons. I want to give you some of my reasons of why someone should consider buying a C8 Mid Engine Corvette. So for starters, let's go ahead and get on this journey, because I do have to pick up some packages from the post office box from some of the future followers, some of the current followers as well. But I'm not going to like list out reasons for why I think someone should buy a mid-engine Corvette. I'm just going to give some of the reasons why I think people should. Like, I'm not going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not doing that today. So let's hop into, a reason why I think someone should buy the C8 mid-engine Corvette. I think that it's going to be one of the hottest and newest trendy cars out there. I mean, let's think about it. Chevrolet have never ever really potentially sold a mid-engine Corvette or a mid-engine car that would have done the numbers that they're expecting to do. Like, they have talked about other previous mid-engine cars in the past, but they probably won't probably even compete with the cars that they're trying to make now. Like, the C7 Corvette is one of the best front-engine cars they ever built, other than the C601. For some reason, I don't know why, the C601 is something that lies really big in my heart, because I heard a lot of great things about that car. Outside of that, and I personally think the C601 is a lot better than the C706, but a lot of you will probably hate me for saying that too. Anyways, and I only say that because, the C601 didn't have any issues, and the C706 had overheating issues and things like that. Anyways, back to the subject in hand. The reason why I think somebody should consider the C8 Mid Engine Corvette is because it's been built by Chevy. It'll be something that, if you're a diehard Chevy fan, if all you buy is Chevrolet products, why would you not somehow play along with this and actually consider buying this car? Now, I'm so sorry for the audio, because the audio for the GoPro sometimes sucks and sometimes craps out. But once again, that's another reason why I think someone should consider the C8 Mid Engine Corvette. That's just my opinion. What do you think? Do you think someone should consider the C8 Mid Engine Corvette because they're a Chevrolet type of person? I mean, I have met some friends that go from Chevrolet, that go from Ford. I got some friends that own C7 Corvettes and bought a Ford, Raptor, or bought a Ford F-150, F-250, what the case may be. For me personally, I will say that I'm in the market for a truck at some point down the road. My friends are telling me you should go with a Silverado. Some people are telling me you should go with a F-150. Some people say you should go with a Dodge Ram. I don't know. I will say that I am a diehard Chevy fan, and regardless of whatever vehicle you decide to buy, you're gonna always have issues. I don't care which vehicle it is. It is what it is. It's one of those things where you get like, depends on who's working on your car that time of night at the factory. You may get the guy that's ready to go out and party on Friday and mess up something with your dashboard. You just never know. Anyways, but I truly think that if you're a diehard Chevy fan, you should consider the C8 Mid Engine Corvette. Now, I can't tell you what the price is going to be like. I will tell you this. I think I have some idea what the price may be, but I'm going to leave that for a later video. Right now, we're going to the post office box to pick up some packages that some of the followers have sent me, and they sent me a message on Instagram saying, hey, you seen the package I sent you yet? So I'm going to pick it up right away. That's one of the reasons why I think someone should consider the C8 Mid Engine Corvette. All right, everyone, so I just picked up some of the packages from the post office box. Here's one that I'm super excited about. ACS that's just sent me some, I will say they are one of my new sponsorships, and thank you guys for watching the channel, and thank you ACS for sending me this. I will open this up once I get home, actually. Anyways, let's go off to our next stop, which is to pay some taxes on the C7 Corvette Grand Sport. And it's funny because today is actually the last day for me to pay my taxes. You know, in North Carolina, you do have to do your inspection once a year. I mean, once a year, which doesn't sound bad, but it is bad. You have to do your emissions inspections, everything once a year, so that way you can pay your taxes on the car. Because if you don't pay your taxes on time, what they do is they send you a bunch of freaking penalties, like points and interest and all that solid stuff. So yeah, let me go ahead and do that, because today literally is the last day they need to do that. And I need to go stop somewhere else to get something checked out with my wheels, because I do have that car show November 11th that I would love to have everybody show up at. And I know some of you can't make it, completely understandable, but you know, for the ones that can come on November 11th at the car show in Raleigh, North Carolina, I would love to have you. I will have the car there. I will have a booth and tent and all that stuff set up there, posters, shirts, merch, whatever the case may be. But let's go pay some of these taxes. Here's another reason why I think people should consider the C8 Corvette. I think it's going to be one of Chevy's next best track vehicles. Now, I say this because a lot of people, you know, go back and forth with the Camaro ZL1 being their best track vehicle. Some people go back and forth saying the Corvette Grand Sport is their best track vehicle. For me, right now, I'm going to say I think Chevrolet's best track vehicle would be the Corvette Grand Sport. Now, I don't want to sound biased because obviously I own a Corvette Grand Sport, but I finally have a car in front of me that can handle the track really, really well, right? Like, really, really well. It has 460 horsepower, and you can actually put down all this power on the track. If you go take a look at some of the track videos you see on YouTube with the Corvette Grand Sport and see how well these guys are actually performing super well with the Corvette Grand Sport on the track. I mean, even Bear, he's a follower of mine on Instagram. He has a Corvette Grand Sport that's naturally aspirated 700 horsepower, and he obviously got some stuff done to it to get it to that way. But he's a track guy, and he loves his Corvette Grand Sport. And he said he'd rather drive his Corvette Grand Sport than his Corvette 2019 ZR1 on the track. That should tell you something. This guy's a professional track driver. So with that being said, I think the C8 Mid Engine Corvette will be Chevy's newest and best track car. And I said it because the engine will now be in the back. You get a better weight ratio balance, and it's, I mean, I don't think they're gonna put no more than about 500 horsepower on this thing. So that's another reason why it's gonna be another track beast, because you will be able to put it down at least 500 horsepower on the track. A lot of people complain about, you know, Z06 overheating on the track and them not being able to actually put down all that horsepower on the track. So imagine having a mid-engine car that's possibly lighter than C7 Corvette, because the C7 Corvette was the heaviest Corvette they ever made, which kind of sucks. And they're gonna also have this mid-engine car that's possibly lighter, around 500 horsepower, and the engine will be in the back, so you have a better weight ratio. Boom. If you're a track fan, I don't see why you would not consider the C8 Mid Engine Corvette. So that's another reason why I think someone should consider the C8 Mid Engine Corvette. That's for sure. So let's hop into another reason why I think most people should consider the C8 Mid Engine Corvette. And I think it's because of the price point. Now, once again, I do not know the exact price points of this car. I've been trying to get in contact with my buddy to see if he can find out any information he can possibly give me about this car, and he really do not have any. He gives me guesses of what he thinks this car may cost, but it's nothing different from what we already heard, or what we already probably guesstimated. Anyways, another reason why I think people should consider this car because of the price point, right? Like, a lot of people out there in the world would love to own a mid-engine car. I mean, there's, you know, Ferrari, there's Porsche, there's Lamborghinis. Lamborghini, you can probably cost you anywhere between $500,000. McLarens, I mean, anywhere between $250,000 and above, other than probably some used ones, but they still cost you a lot of money. And I think that Chevy's mid-engine Corvette will come in a little under these cars, so it'd be nice to own a mid-engine car. Actually, I just seen an Acura NSX today. Freaking awesome. So like I told you before, I clean houses for a living, and one of my clients owns an NSX. That's freaking crazy. While I'm scrubbing his toilets, he have an NSX, which is cool. Doesn't bother me. I don't mind scrubbing toilets. Anyways, so yes, I think people should consider the C8 Mid Engine Corvette because of their price point. You could possibly finally get into a mid-engine car without having to spend a lot of ching, ching, ching. And like a lot of people said before, you know, it's nice to buy a sports car that probably won't eat away at your pocket, but also be able to compete with all these other cars. Now, do I think the C7 Corvette can compete with all these other mid-engine cars? Yeah, the ZR1 is a phenomenal car. I have never driven one. I would love to drive one. So if any of you dealerships out there that's watching this video, and you have a ZR1 and I can get behind the wheel in about 15 minutes, let me know. Send me an email. But yes, I think the C7 Corvettes compete well with the you know, mid-engine performance cars, but I also think that the C8 Mid Engine Corvette should be considered because of its price point. Now, as far as performance goes, we don't know that yet until this car is actually going to be revealed. I can't wait till that happens, by the way. So Chevy, if you're actually watching this, I know you sent me an email before, but please consider me for the reveal of this C8 Mid Engine Corvette. I would love to have my followers be able to see this thing in person, with me being there. They know me giving the full scoop and everything. I mean, please Chevy, fly me out there so I can see it. Those are, you know, 3 reasons so far why I think someone should consider the C8 Mid Engine Corvette. Another reason why I think someone should consider the C8 Mid Engine Corvette, and I keep calling it that because honestly no one knows what the name of this car is going to be, but that's what everybody pretty much that's talking about this car labeled it as. Another reason why you should consider the C8 Mid Engine Corvette is because if you're a Corvette fan, why not? You should consider. I mean, you should always. If you're a Corvette fan, why not consider this car, right? Like, I know a lot of people that's like, oh, I'm only a front engine type person. You know, the Corvette ain't the same because it's going to be now mid-engine. I wish they would only stick to mid-engine. But if you're a diehard true Corvette fan, you want to know your history because the Corvette should have always been a mid-engine car from day one. Number two, a mid-engine car is great. I think Chevrolet is now actually trying to tap into the territory that we never tap in. And also, I think they're trying to grab some of those Porsche buyers. I mean, why not? I mean, and they also say they're trying to cater to some of their, like, you know, younger generation. Either way, I think whether you're young or older, you love mid-engine cars. You just love a mid-engine car. Whether it's a Lamborghini, whether it's a McLaren, whether it's a... I have older and younger friends who own both of those. Obviously, Mike owns a freaking McLaren, and, you know, Dave actually owns a McLaren as well. So it doesn't matter what age you are, you can always own a McLaren or a mid-engine car regardless. But I think that if you're a diehard Corvette fan, you should consider this car. And that's what my opinion. Like, unless you somehow have a bunch of Corvettes sitting in your garage and you literally only want to have front engine cars, then that's when you don't consider it, I guess. But at that point, it's hard for you to say you don't want to consider a mid-engine Corvette when you own Corvettes. Like, you want to have some of the latest and the greatest, and I think that the mid-engine Corvette will be some of the latest and the greatest. So that's another reason why I think someone should consider owning a mid-engine Corvette, because if you're a diehard Corvette fan, you should totally consider this car. So that's just a video I want to make. I actually had a couple of people ask me, you know, why they should consider the mid-engine Corvette. Granted that they own, you know, front-engine Corvettes and they're not really completely happy with it. And these are Z06 owners, by the way. I haven't really heard any Grand Sport owners who said they wasn't happy with their Grand Sport. Heard some Z06. A lot of Z06 people are happy, but I have met some other Z06 owners say they aren't really that happy with their Z06, so that's why they're considering a mid-engine. But those are reasons why I think someone should consider a mid-engine. And I just wanted to bring you guys along on a tour with me to go run some errands and stuff like that, because I want to give you like a piece of my life. A little bit, because like I said, I love my followers and I'm true to who I am and I'm true to my YouTube channel, and that's just who I am at the end of the day. So right now we are about to go ahead and pay some taxes, which sucks, but you know, you have to do it. It's part of life, right? So I'm gonna walk in here and pay these taxes. I doubt I can better take my camera in there. So I'll hop back on this as soon as I get back out. So see you on Speed 252. Let's see you shortly. So the question I wanted to ask is, what are some reasons someone should consider buying the C8 Mid Engine Corvette? Alright everyone, so we just got back in from running our errands and getting back to the house. And yes, this is a package from ACS Composites. I've realized what it is, mud flaps. So I'm not going to make a video on this today. I definitely will make a video on this probably either tomorrow or Friday so you can get exactly what this looks like. I don't know if I'm going to make step-by-step instructions or whatnot, or I may just put them on and just show everybody what they look like. But ACS Composites is one of my new sponsors, by the way. I appreciate it so much for actually you guys seeing me this, and I'm looking forward to actually using this product and telling you all about it. But with that being said, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please do. We would love to have you part of the community. And you know, if you plan on coming out to the car show, look forward to seeing you there as well. Without further ado, I'll catch you in another episode of C8 Speed 252.